to tell us about some very common health problems women face and how we can cure them naturally. Please welcome Sherry Torkos. She's right here. And Sherry, welcome back.
Thank you.
Is a holistic pharmacist, and you just released the second edition of your Canadian Encyclopedia of Natural Medicine. She's done all that, so she's that smart, huh?
Well, I'm so excited that the book is out. It's a culmination of a lot of work, but really it's to educate people on what they can do to better take care of their health. A to Z reference guide, all fully sourced and scientifically based.
And everyone gets one.
Yeah.
Good day today.
Thank you.
So you've got some natural remedies for some common health problems. Where are we going to begin?
Yeah, we're starting off with stress. I mean, who isn't stressed today? Stress is such a huge issue. We hear it all the time. I'm stressed out. And when we're stressed, when you think of what you're feeling like, it's often like a spinning top.
Yeah.
You're spinning out of control. Your blood pressure's elevated, your heart rate's going up, your adrenaline, your anxiety, you feel sweaty, you've got headaches. Stress can just really do a number on.
I just got that from just playing that game.
Exactly.
That's how I feel.
And then eventually what happens, you stop. You collapse, you feel burnout. So before you get to that stage, we need to be preventative and proactive. So I have a few natural solutions. A good B vitamin for starters. B vitamins are really important to help support the nervous system. This is something that you would take on a daily basis, just to make sure your body's getting those essential B vitamins.
Take it in the
vitamin
morning?
C. In the morning with your breakfast is always a good idea, never on an empty stomach with the Bs. Also something that's highly effective for stress. These supplements here contain an amino acid called suntheanine, which is the pure form of L-theanine. And L-theanine, this amino acid, it helps make you feel calm and relaxed. It takes the edge off that stress. Makes you more zen-like. But without making you feel drowsy or groggy, and you don't get any hangover effects, so no next day drowsiness.
Okay, so this is in the morning, but with
in the morning,
and this is at night.
You can take this throughout the day, actually. Some people take it for sleep.
It doesn't make you
because it makes you, it actually makes you feel calm and relaxed, but it won't knock you out. It actually helps to heighten mental focus and clarity. So you can take this during the day. So if you're having stressful times, quick onset. So the suntheanine, it's in these various products
take
here
one right
as an
now.
active ingredient. A lot of people benefit from that. And unlike the prescription products, non-addictive. So
high blood pressure.
Yes, stress, which leads to high blood pressure. So what's happening in your body when you have high blood pressure? Your pressure on the artery walls is elevated. So if you think of this as your blood vessel, see how it should be pliable, movable, flexible. When you have high blood pressure, it gets stiff. It gets hard, and eventually problems can occur and you can have a rupture, and that's not a good thing. So we want to take care of that high blood pressure because often people don't even know they have high blood pressure.
Well, how often do you get that checked?
Asymptomatic. If you have high blood pressure, you should get it checked regularly, like monthly.
How would you know? Like
you need to be screened. And women in particular are really bad for not getting screened for heart disease. So beginning at age 20, have your heart, your blood pressure, your cholesterol, everything reviewed with your doctor. If you do have high blood pressure, medication is sometimes necessary, but some natural things that work, the combination of omega-3 fatty acids, which are fish from fish oil, and coenzyme Q10, that can be very effective in helping to lower blood pressure, but supporting heart health as well.
And how many pills? I know every
it varies depending on the combination. With this one, I would recommend 2 to 3 a day.
2 to 3 days, like 2 in the morning, 2 at night?
You could, or you could split it up with your meals. The main thing is to remember to take it regularly. The other thing that's really exciting is grapeseed extract, which is really high in antioxidants called polyphenols that help to reduce the blood pressure, relax the blood vessels so they're not so firm and stiff. And there's been research in particular conducted with the ingredient in these supplements, which is called Mega Natural BP. And researchers at University of California, Davis have done studies to show this can reduce your blood pressure, relax those blood vessels, and improve blood vessel flexibility.
So do you take
without the side effects that we see with prescription drugs?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So if you're not on prescription, the doctor okays it. Well, of course, the omegas are good.
You could take these together.
Take these together.
You could take one of the Mega Natural BP products along with your heart health formula, and that would be great, especially if you have pre-hypertension, you're on your way to having a serious problem.
Everything's on Marilyn.ca, by the way. Okay, we don't want to run out of time, but we're going to talk about one of my favorite things, high cholesterol.
Yes, high cholesterol. Okay, this is how the inside of your artery should look, nice and clear and clean, so you can see that if we pour, stand back, we don't want to get the sun. If we pour the blood down, you see how it actually flows nice and smoothly. Now, in somebody that has high cholesterol, that mass of stuff clumped in your blood vessels, you can see how, look at how that impedes the blood flow.
Yes.
Look at what's happening here. Now that cholesterol can form plaques, it can rupture, it can spread. This can lead to a heart attack and stroke. So eat a high fiber diet, lots of soluble fiber, fish, exercise regularly, and one of the newest and most exciting foods that can be helpful for high cholesterol is the Malaysian Palm Fruit Oil.
Oh.
So this red oil here.
Let's talk about that
yes,
too.
he's a huge fan of it. It was in his top 13 miracle cures for 2013.
And why do you both
Number
like it so
one on the
much?
list. Well, when I was researching about women and heart disease, I found out about the Malaysian Palm Fruit Oil, and I was really excited because it can help boost your good cholesterol, which is your HDL, lower your LDL, and it's rich in what makes it red, in fact, is beta-carotene, and there's also naturally occurring antioxidants called tocotrienols, which have some very powerful effects on both the heart and the brain for promoting better health.
So how do you take it? You take it with you?
Well, the great thing is you can cook with this. Okay. Unlike a lot of oils, you hear you can't cook with that. It's not heat stable. You can cook with the Malaysian palm fruit oil, and this is grown sustainably as well, I should mention, which is really important. And it's a relatively solid at room temperature. So.
Okay, and this can be found at the grocery stores and our specialty?
Ethnic, international grocery stores, ethnic stores for sure, and you can also find the tocotrienols in supplement form there too.
All right, now we're going to talk about bladder infections.
Bladder infections, yes. 90% of bladder infections are caused by a bacteria called E. coli, and if you take a look at the end of this hairbrush, that's actually what E. coli looks like. It's cylindrical. You have these finger-like projections, which are called fimbriae. They adhere to the bladder wall. What it does is it actually grabs a hold of your bladder and it sets up an infection. When you consume cranberry products, the cranberry sticks to the E. coli. So the E. coli can no longer stick to the bladder wall and it gets flushed out of your body. And that is why cranberry can be powerful for preventing bladder infections. So for women that get frequent UTIs or bladder infections, actually the second most common infection in women, taking cranberry juice, the pure juice, can be very helpful. Also Cranmax, which is a special type of cranberry supplement, clinically studied, shown to be just as effective as antibiotics for prevention of bladder infections.
Don't you have to drink a lot of cranberry juice?
That is why. Cranberry juice, a lot of sugar too.
And it's too much sugar.
27% juice, most cranberry juices have. The rest is sugar and
so
water.
Supplements.
I think it's a great way to go. It's effective. You have to watch if you're combining certain medications. I always talk to your pharmacist to avoid any interactions.
You can have a cranberry martini if you think that's going to help.
You know what? Apparently, I heard...
What?
I heard that actually the alcohol does boost some of the efficacy of the compounds in cranberry, so maybe one is not so bad.
Something that's good. Okay, we like that. That's good.
Bit of that.
Okay, I'm going to get this
next on the list is cold sores.
Yeah.
Many people suffer from frequent cold sores. They are painful and they can be really visually distressing. So with cold sores, what's happening in the body? You're infected with the virus often when you are young, and then it gets reactivated frequently later in life when you're under stress, exposed for a lot of sun. Yeah, a lot of things can trigger cold sores. Even, the menstrual cycle can bring it on. So for women that suffer, and men as well, with cold sores, you can kind of think of this as a nerve pathway in your body. What happens is the cold sore virus lays dormant at the base of that nerve pathway, and something can activate it. For example, exposure to ultraviolet light. And once it's activated, it's going to follow a pathway and it's going to travel up that nerve pathway and it's going to be reactivated, just causing burning, tingling, inflammation. When it gets to the end, when it gets to the surface of your skin, you're going to have an eruption and an outbreak. So what you want to do is stop that. What we can do naturally,
as soon as you feel
that tingle. One of the most effective products available today for cold sores is propolis, and this is a special type of propolis cream, Cold Sore FX. It can shorten the duration of a cold sore by about 4 days if you use it at the onset when you feel the burning, tingling, that sensation. But even if you have the cold sore, it's already started, this is still effective. In fact, most of the products on the market only shorten cold sores by about 18 hours or so. This by 4 days.
By 4 days.
So the Cold Sore FX is great for that.
Good to know.
For that.
Good to know. And then
joint health.
Yeah, osteoporosis.
Okay, so what happens? Actually, osteoarthritis. So if you think of this wood as one of your bones, and this is the cartilage between your bone, you see how the sponge has holes in it. It's starting to break down and deteriorate. What happens there is bone rubs against bone. You get friction, you get pain, you get inflammation. What we want to do is take care of that cartilage between the bones so that we have a cushion, okay, so that it's not rubbing against each other. One of the newest and most exciting innovations in joint care products is made from the membrane of eggshells. So you know when you crack an egg, there's that little membrane inside?
Yes, yeah.
So it's patented, it's purified, and it's sold in supplement form now, and it's called NEM, Natural Eggshell Membrane. And what you can do is take that once daily. It's actually more effective than glucosamine, chondroitin, works quicker in about 7 to 10 days. And all of these products here contain the NEM, the natural eggshell membrane. Very safe, very effective, and again, without the side effects you see with a lot of the prescription drugs.
That's true.
Not hard on your stomach. You don't get any of those adverse effects.
Boy, she's an encyclopedia because she writes encyclopedias. That's right. Sherry, nice to see you. Thank you so much.
Thanks
That's
for having
all
me.
great information. Nice to know there's some innovation in products. Hey, throughout the show, Cassandra Hope has been showing you her gym bag essentials, so everyone in our audience is going to go home with all of them. And here's another one. Here we go.